What's up, guys? CryptoSavy here. Welcome to the channel where you subscribe to get daily updates every single day on Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum. And during the week, we take a look at the Dow at the end of the video, so definitely stick around for that. We had a nice dump last night. Will it continue, or are we going to be looking at sideways action first? What's going on? We'll take a look at that and what to expect. Don't forget, we have a free Discord group in the description below the video. Definitely check it out. It's totally free, guys, and let's get on with it. All right, guys, as always, this is not financial advice, trading advice, nor is it investment advice. Disclaimer scrolling on the bottom. Make sure you read it. Bybit was nice enough to give me a Ledger Nano X with the Bybit and brand on it. If you guys are interested in winning it, all you have to do is make sure you like the video, leave a comment down below, and that gets you entered to win. On Sunday, we will pick a random comment from a random video throughout the week for the winner. All right, let's take a look at what's going on in the news headlines to get a feel for the sentiment. Bitcoin crashes under 9,000 as 10 billion wiped from Bitcoin. JP Morgan, an analyst, Bitcoin is likely to survive. We know what happens when JP Morgan talks good about Bitcoin, bad things happen. When JP Morgan talks bad about Bitcoin, good things happen. Bitcoin price near monster move after weeks of ranging. JP Morgan completes surprise Bitcoin flip. Obvious. Bootstrapping mobile mesh networks with Bitcoin Lightning. Analyst targets 8,100 as Bitcoin dives below crucial levels. So still kind of bullish news, bullish bearish mix. That tells me we may be seeing some sideways action. Fear and greed index, we're at 37, dropped 3 points from yesterday, still in the fear zone. And what we've been watching, I'm going to zip through this stuff pretty quick, guys. We had higher highs in the price action, lower highs in the RSI on the monthly. That is bearish. I do believe we have some weeks of downtrend. Not to say we don't get some spikes up in bull traps, but I believe we're going to be going down here for a while, guys. Same thing on the weekly, higher highs in the price action, lower highs in the RSI. That is bearish divergence. We did get a bounce off the 8 EMA here. One more thing I wanted to show in the weekly. 5,400 has been a target for me for a long time. And if you see here, if we come down, retest this trend line, and this would most likely happen next month if it was going to happen. But the 55 EMA would line up perfectly with that 5,400 and the top of this trend line. Just something to keep an eye on, not to say it's going to happen, but that's what I've been looking at for a long time. Obviously, we did not get above our long-term resistance line right here. I said if we closed a weekly above 10.3, that would be really bullish. Let's look at where we're at now. If we were to close this weekly above 10,050, that would be extremely bullish, in my opinion, to get out of this range. So I do have lower targets down here. Watch my previous videos. I'm not going to go into all that. We were talking about this rise here and what happened afterwards, and everybody was getting super bullish, thinking we were going to go crazy high here. And I had been calling for a break of this channel for some time. We finally broke it, guys. We are getting support at the 55 EMA right now at about 9,050. But our measured move from breaking out of this channel is around the 6,900. I still think that is most likely where we're headed. And if we look at the daily RSI here, higher highs or daily price action, higher highs in the price action, lower highs in the RSI. Something else I want to point out on that daily. Let me go back to this one. I'll show you real quick. This is pretty damn bearish on the daily chart, guys. If I take, let's take this line here. I don't know if you can see that. I'll change the color of it, make it white, and thicken it so you guys can see. This does seem to be a head and shoulders on the daily. Now, that doesn't mean we plunge straight down, guys. We could come back up and retest this in the next couple days before continuing down. but I will draw that in there. This would be the left shoulder, head, and right shoulder. And we did break the neckline. That's not to say we don't come back up and retest it. That's something to watch for in the daily, guys. Again, this is a daily. This takes time to play out. But that is definitely something to watch for. Now we're going to look at what's going on here. Same thing here. We had lower highs in the price action, higher highs in the RSI. That is hidden bearish divergence. And look at where we bounced at the 88.90, which is the 0.236, where we've had this forever. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if we stuck up in this area for a couple days, possibly all week. Let the RSIs reset in the smaller time frames. The next target here is a 0.382 fib at 79.50. Then, of course, we have our 7,700. But again, the measured move out of this rising channel is 69. But be aware, guys, like I said, we could have sideways action. We could even come up to retest the top of this around the $10,100 range that we've been talking about. And that would be a major bull trap, again, to trap some more people like we trapped up here before coming down. So keep that in mind. We could see a rise there. I do believe if it did get up here, it would be a quick wick back down. It would shoot down pretty quick, in my opinion. Then we also have down here at between the 61.50 and 63.50, the 0.65 and 0.618 Fibonacci retracement from this swing low to swing high is the golden pocket zone. Then, of course, my 5,400 target and the 0.786 at 52.51. Don't forget, guys, we do have a gap on the 4-hour in the CMEs. And let me show you that real quick. These are the gaps on the 4-hour. And actually, this 35.70 also shows up on the 8-hour. I'm not saying we have to go down there, guys. I am saying beware that is definitely a possibility. You see what happened here? We could see the same thing over here. Let's go back into it. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that, guys. And if we look at the RSI, I do believe we are most likely coming back to retest this area. We had the RSI wick way down here, so that's possible we could get that again. So we could come all the way down here, and that would be that $3,500 range, in my opinion. We broke through this, what was looking like a rising wedge. We talked about this yesterday, and there's that 6,900 target. Obviously, same thing, breaking out of the channel there. Again, we got the bounce off our 0.236 Fibonacci retracement. We talked about in yesterday's video, and we'll look at the 1 hour or two after this and go into a little more detail. But we are getting rejected, not being able to get back inside this yet. We could have more of a drop down today by looking at the EMAs here on the 4-hour. They are pretty damn bearish. We'll see what happens, though. Like I said, could get a bounce up back to the 9250 to 9400 range before continuing down. I know a lot of people are talking about bullish divergence here, but we've seen that stuff before, guys. And, you know, people talk about this being oversold and then overbought up here. You can't really use the RSI like that, guys. Maybe a little bit in the smaller time frames, but the RSIs have a tendency to reset. We could come back up into this range with just sideways motion and then continue down for another drop. And this little drop in the RSI can be a huge drop in the price. Keep that in mind. Bullish case, we come back up and retest the top of this falling channel. Like I said, the 10,050 to 10,100. But I do believe that would be nothing but a big bull trap. And look at the 4-hour RSI. If you guys are interested in trading, I'm going to leave a Prime XBT tutorial up top. That is by far my favorite exchange. You can trade Forex, gold, S&P, Dow, anything on it, oil, silver. If you use my promo code Savy50, you get 50% on top of your deposit as a bonus up to 1 Bitcoin. Savy25 gets you 25% off your trading fees. All right, so let's look at the trend lines we have here. As I was saying, we did hit the bottom of this rising channel here, the bigger one, there's definitely a possibility we break down through this and come back into this trend line here, which is a falling wedge. And then we could make our way up, and that could be the bull trap to come test the top of this wedge again. We will keep updated. Make sure you guys smash the likes and leave your comments down below, as YouTube does not get the videos out like they're supposed to. But the more you hit the likes and the more you comment and share the video, the more that helps, guys. Let's grow this channel. All right. Looking at the rising channel, and we had a measured move here. The measured move of the drop of that channel, talked about it yesterday, was around the 8,880 range, 870. We almost tagged that perfectly. If you guys watch the channel, you know the targets here. This was the first target. Looking at this as a triangle. Let me get that out of the way. All right, so a retest up in this range. If we came back up to retest this channel, where would that be? Somewhere in the $94 to $9,500 range. Or would we just come up to retest this area, which would also be the 55 EMA there? Again, guys, I'm not looking for a huge rise. I definitely don't think the bear market is over. Yeah, 9350 range, that might be a good area to come back, retest. 9350 to 9400 before continuing down. We'll see what happens. We could come straight down from here. As you can see, there's room for the RSI to come down for one more low here. So we could come down to our target that we had here at the 8689. Definitely a possibility. And that was looking at this as a bull or a bear flag, this being the flagpole, this being the flag, and put it up to here where it broke down. That was around the $8,700 range. That's still a possibility here before retracing up. But like I said, the smaller time frame RSIs will most likely have to reset here, so we could get sideways action for a few days. But in my opinion, we have a few weeks of downside coming, unless it comes in one quick swoop. This is my wife's webpage, inkyourimage.com. There's a link below. Definitely check it out. She's got a lot of cool crypto stuff in there, t-shirts, aluminum signs, coffee mugs. You can put any crypto you want, any saying you want. It doesn't have to be what you see, but check it out. If you have any questions, hit her up in the contact. Great way to help support the channel, and I really do appreciate it. Litecoin. We have a measured move of Litecoin about the $37 range, $37 to $37.50, and that is just from falling out of this rising channel here, the measured move of that being around the $37 range. Keep in mind, we do have this between $34 and $35 range, the golden pocket zone, from the swing low to the swing high over here. So that's, if we were to get that low Bitcoin, like I said, around the $34, $3,500, Litecoin would be looking for the $20 to $22 range. And guys, I believe that would be a stop hunt for anyone that went long here. Let's look at the RSI in the 4-hour. Does look like it's close to being bottomed out. And the same thing, we have some bullish divergence here. So we could come back up, retest this channel somewhere in the $45 range before continuing down. If we break back above, get inside this channel, then we'll take a look at that. Could be looking at something else, but as of right now, still bearish. Ethereum, same thing. We have broken out of this rising broadening wedge that we've been talking about for quite some time, and the measured move of that, guys, is around the $140 range. Same thing, looking like bullish divergence here. Do we come up back into this area to retest maybe around the $240 range? Possible. We'll see what happens. Ethereum actually looks like the ugliest, most bearish chart of them all, in my opinion. Let's look at the daily RSI just to see what's going on there. Yeah, daily RSI, plenty of room to crash. Let's go back over here. Let's go into the pre-markets. Pre-markets now, as of right now of making this video, it is 477 points down. Last week we were watching it. like I said, guys, I think we are all about to witness the biggest money grab in history. Just be careful if you're playing in this traditional markets, because I do believe they're getting everybody's hopes up, promising this V recovery, and I don't believe it's going to be a V recovery. I have much lower targets for the Dow. They've gotten the biggest bears in the traditional markets to be bulls now by thinking that they're just going to keep printing money, just keep making it raise. They got everybody right where they want them. They got everybody confident, putting their money back in. Be careful, guys. This could get ugly. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click the CryptoSavy logo above my head to get you subscribed to the channel. Tick the notification bell. Make sure you check and see if you're still subscribed, as YouTube has been unsubscribing people without them knowing. Then tick the notification bell. Then hit the all option. Do that on your cells and your computers to make sure you get notified when I post new videos. Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate you guys big time. You guys have helped this channel grow tremendously, and I do thank you. I will see you tomorrow.